You take a strange kind of pride in it, don't you? The fact that you don't need anyone. The way you handle your storms in total, suffocating silence. You've spent years perfecting the art of being fine. When the world asks how you are, the answer is always the same. It's a reflex, a shield. I'm good. I've got it. But let's be honest, just between us. You don't have it. You're carrying it. And there is a massive difference between the two. In the modern world, we celebrate the self-made man and the independent woman. We view self-reliance as the ultimate virtue. But in the quiet corners of psychology, we see a darker side to this. We call it hyperindependence. It isn't just a personality trait. It's a beautifully designed prison. It is a survival mechanism that has outlived its usefulness, and today, it is slowly crushing the person it was meant to protect. Hyperindependence doesn't just appear out of thin air. It is built brick by brick, usually during a time when you were too young to know any better. Think back to the child you were. Somewhere along the way, that child learned a dangerous lesson, that the people who were supposed to be your safety net were unreliable. Perhaps they were physically gone. Perhaps they were emotionally distant, wrapped up in their own shadows. Or perhaps they were busy. Whatever the reason, you reached out your hand and no one took it. In that moment, a survival instinct took over. You decided, subconsciously, that if you never asked, you could never be disappointed. If you never relied on anyone, you could never be betrayed. You became your own parent, your own protector, and your own island. You traded the warmth of connection for the safety of isolation. You told yourself, I will do it myself. And you did. You became incredibly capable, but you also became incredibly alone. Now, as an adult, you become the strong friend. You're the pillar. You're the one everyone calls when their life is falling apart because they know you're the one who stays calm. You fixed the car. You paid the bill. You listened to the 3-hour breakdown. You are the architect of everyone else's peace. But have you noticed the silence when you're the one drowning? It's not that people don't care. It's that you've trained them not to ask. You've built such a convincing mask of competence that they truly believe you don't need them. And secretly, you prefer it that way. Because the idea of someone seeing you when you're messy, or confused, or truly vulnerable, that feels more dangerous than the pain itself. To a hyper-independent person, needing is synonymous with weakness. And weakness is a luxury you decided a long time ago you couldn't afford. This is where the structural damage begins. When you refuse to be helped, you're actually refusing to be known. Real intimacy isn't built on what you can do for someone. It's built on what you can allow them to do for you. Stoicism, the philosophy many of us lean on, is often misunderstood here. Marcus Aurelius didn't teach us to be unfeeling robots. He taught us to be masters of our internal world so we could be more effective in the external one. But you can't be effective if you are burnout. Hyperindependence is a thief. It steals your energy, your sleep, and your ability to rest. Because when you're the only one you can rely on, you can never truly turn your brain off. You're always on guard, always planning for the next catastrophe. You are the king of a kingdom of one, sitting on a throne of exhaustion. So, how do we begin the rebellion against our own walls? It starts by acknowledging that your independence isn't a crown, it's armor. And while armor is great for a battle, it's a terrible thing to wear to bed. The first step is the hardest. You have to let someone be there for you in a small, inconsequential way. Let someone buy you a coffee. Let someone give you a ride. Let someone finish a task for you, even if they don't do it your way. You have to prove to your nervous system that the world won't end if you let go of the wheel for 5 minutes. You are unlearning decades of self-protection. It will feel like dying. It will feel like losing control. But on the other side of that fear is something you haven't felt in a very long time. Peace. You were never meant to carry the weight of the world alone. Even the strongest pillars eventually crack if they aren't part of a larger structure. The rebellion isn't about becoming dependent. It's about becoming interdependent. It's about realizing that your humanity isn't found in your ability to survive in isolation, but in your courage to thrive in connection. If you spend your whole life being the strong one, this is your permission to put the weight down. Just for a moment. You aren't failing. You're finally coming home to yourself. If this resonated with you, you aren't alone. There's a whole community of us learning how to take the mask off. Join the rebellion, subscribe, and let's walk the path back to connection together.